Well, hey everybody, I'm Eddie Provident. This is DK Pittsburgh Sports. You're watching Steelers Today. With me, as always, is Dale Lolley. No, I'm not Dale Lolley, and I'm here to help you because you're terrible at this. This show is brought to you by BetQL, the only app that you're going to need to get a jump on your sports book and get the advantage that you want for your betting. But what is going on right now? They scan over 350,000 unique bets per year to give you a best bet advantage over all of your bets for all major sports. Hey, and you know what else it does? It covers everything. Baseball, football, hockey, every single sport, every single bet that you can think of. You don't need your phone for this one. Their algorithms look at everything. Historical data, weather, what is matchups, performance, anything that you can think of, their algorithms cover it. Go to try.betql.co/DKPS to get started now. Or if you just download the BetQL app, you make your life easier. Use the discount code DKPS at checkout. Right now, if you use DKPS at checkout, you get 25% off any subscription. And if you use the BetMGM offer, you get $200 towards any wager, whether it wins or loses. BetQL's algorithm went 13-2 on 5-star bets in week 1 of the NFL season between Thursday and Sunday. So make sure that you take advantage of BetQL now. All the information is in the description below. Check out the link try.betql.co/DKPS. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Steelers Today on DK Pittsburgh Sports. I'm your host, Eddie Provident. With me is Dale Lolley. Dale, there's a rumor going around that you're going to be the next USC head football coach. I mean,
yeah, I'm putting my name in for the job. By the way, first, before we start here, I want to mention that Eddie's a closet Cleveland Browns fan. That's why he wore the colors today.
Orange and black, which isn't even any better because that's a Flyers. Yeah, Flyers and Bengals, so there you go. But yeah, there's about as much truth to that rumor going around.
Well, you know, if they offered me the job, I would take it. So yeah, I'm all for taking that job. Mike Tomlin, the ridiculousness of that whole situation.
Stupid.
This is what sports talk radio has brought us to. They need something to talk about on a regular basis. I get it. I do a talk show every day on Steelers Nation Radio.
Yep.
And you need subjects to talk about. Most of the time on that show, we don't even necessarily talk about the Steelers. We talk about the NFL and things that affect the Steelers, but we're not making crap up just to have something to talk about. And that's what happens all too often in sports talk radio. And then it all gets lumped in, you guys in the media. No, it's not you guys in the media.
It's 2 or 3 names, and that's it.
I don't want to deal with that stuff. Now, if somebody from USC, this is why last week, when Tomlin's name was thrown out there, and he might be possibly interested in the LSU job, which he wasn't, you just brush that off. When Carson Palmer comes out and says, who's part of the search committee at USC, that Mike Tomlin is the quote-unquote wild card there, then now you have to address it. But it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it...
To put it to bed so we can get on the football, I mean, that's Carson Palmer trying to drum up some excitement around a coaching job.
Exactly.
It's one of those old school college, programs that has kind of fallen off the map a little bit, and they're trying to get them back to where they were. That's all that is.
You're trying to pump up your university by throwing a name in there of a guy who's been successful at the NFL level, and wow, he might want out. That was what Tomlin was talking about when he mentioned at the end of his press conference on Tuesday. Yep. You know, nobody's asking Sean Payton this. Nobody's asking Andy Reid this. Sean Payton was in the exact same situation that Mike Tomlin's going to find himself in at the end of this year. You no longer have your franchise quarterback. Do you want to move on? Well, obviously he does. He just signed a new contract extension last year. He wants to be part of this. When they signed him to that contract extension, Art Rooney expressly said that they did this because they want Mike Tomlin to be the guy to lead the Steelers into that post-Ben Roethlisberger era. So there was, that discussion was had. They had that discussion. He's extended through 2024. He's not going anywhere, folks.
And listen, I've been here for 3 months now, a little over 3 months. If I've learned one thing, listen to Dale. He knows what he's talking about. Despite what the comment section says, he knows what he's talking about. Yeah. With that said, let's talk some Steelers football.
Okay.
We've got a game coming up with the Browns. We've got a bunch of storylines to talk about. Steelers are getting healthy. What are you looking forward to with this football game?
the Browns-Steelers games, I've always said that it's good for the NFL and it's good for the Steelers when the Browns are competitive.
Mm-hmm.
It's no fun to go up there and watch the Steelers beat the snot out of the Browns year in and year out. You know, Ben Roethlisberger's 11-2-1 in that stadium. I've seen some just ridiculous beatdowns, of the Browns up there over the years. So it's good that rivalry is heated. You can have a rivalry in terms of the fans, when one team's good and one team's not. But it makes it hard to push that rivalry on the football field when one team is just completely dominant over the other.
Mm-hmm.
In that regard, it's good. It's good for the game. It's good for both organizations. It's good for both cities. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to see, how the Steelers respond to, we've kind of seen how Cleveland responds to kind of being the front runner, the team that everybody has picked. I want to see how the Steelers respond to being an underdog in Cleveland. They've won their last 2 games. They've kind of righted the ship here, to a certain degree. And can they continue that coming out of the bye? The Browns are kind of trying to hold things together until they get more healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Are they able to do that? Should be a good football game. This is what you want out of 2 division rivals. You want a competitive football game.
The big thing for me, and we've heard Tomlin was asked about it yesterday. Chris Wormley talked about it on Monday. It's can they stop the running game? And with Cleveland, that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do.
They have almost a 50-50 split. I wrote about it on Monday. This is a team that is going to run the football, and they're going to run it a lot. And Nick Chubb's coming back this week. He's one of the best running backs in the NFL. I think the Steelers can stop the run. They had a bad quarter against the Seattle Seahawks. They were trying to keep Seattle from
doing what they did on Monday night, which is what you said on Twitter. Yep.
That was their main focus. That's the one way that Seattle can beat you. Otherwise it's death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Browns, do they have somebody that can beat you over the top? I guess Rashard Higgins could get deeper. Donovan Peoples-Jones, if you leave those guys uncovered, it could be a problem. But you better stop Nick Chubb, and you better stop him consistently. The Steelers' run defense isn't necessarily built to be stout. They're built to get stops behind the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
That's what their run stopping is predicated on. They'll give up a 5-yard run, 5-yard run, 5-yard run. Then they get you for a 2-yard loss and you're behind the sticks. Then they can rush the passer. That's what they're built to do. If they can do that, if they can get some guys knifing through there to get Chubb in the backfield before he gets going, then you put the onus on whoever's starting it for the Browns at quarterback to make some plays down the field, and that's not what they want to do.
Yep. Well, you heard it here. Got to stop the run. For Dale Lolley, for DK Pittsburgh Sports, I'm Eddie Provident. Don't forget to check out BetQL. Their information is in the description below. Thanks for watching. As always, we'll see you next time.